It's Tuesday. We're down here in the shop. We got Dallas getting her set up with her tire stand here outside today. We're gonna leave the door open because we may be cranking the car up and down and trying things. So we're gonna leave the doors open rather than running the air conditioner. Yesterday, I didn't do any videoing. I had jury duty this week, so I got home a little earlier yesterday than what I normally do. So as soon as I came home, I got down here and got started washing the car and trying to get it done and knocked out. That way we could try to be a day ahead, so to say. So yesterday we ordered some parts from PPM. They made it here today. We got some new excess battery. These are caster slugs for the front end. All this is fuel fittings, new fuel line, new battery disconnect switch, new ignition switch. That was a tongue twister. Yesterday, my dad took all the wiring loose up underneath the dash panel here. Cleaned all the ends and mounting points and everything that may have had some dirt or buildup or corrosion. When he put it back together, he used dielectric grease on everything to try to prevent any further corrosion or anything else. The game plan tonight is to get the fuel line replaced all the way from the pump to the fuel cell. Of course, swap the batteries out. Done got the old battery out yesterday. Got all the body panels straightened out. Got the body bracing straightened out the best that we can. Got to make a new piece of spring steel for that very back piece there. It got broke. Got the deck straightened back out for the most part. Still got to work on the deck a little bit right here, but nothing too major. Got both of those pieces straightened out. Those were both U'd. Like I said, we've been taking our ground wires off, checking everything. I'm going to replace this switch tonight. This main battery switch. Going to replace the ignition switch in there. Brandon ordered a new crank trigger, and I believe he told me that Wendell said it was supposed to be here today. I haven't heard if he's bringing it today or not. It's hard for us to believe it is anything, that the issue is anything to do with the engine. When we first had this problem, it started at North Georgia, the very first night we raced, when we ran the Southern All-Star race. We had the issue at North Georgia when we ran the Southern All-Star race, and then that was the all aluminum 415. Had a different crank trigger, different distributor, a whole different motor. We sent the carburetor off. We put an all steel motor in it because this motor wasn't going to be ready for the I-75 Tazewell topless race. Put an all steel motor in it that had a totally different distributor, different fuel pump, different crank trigger. And once that race got rained out, we went to Talladega and it done it at Talladega. Still thought it was a carburetor issues. We got this new motor done. This one's got a new distributor, a different crank trigger, and it's done it with this motor ever since we've had it in here. So that's why I don't believe it to be anything engine related. I've seen people, Dallas has told me that people have said that it may be a rocker backing off once it gets hot, but I don't think that's the case. I mean, we got Jessel rockers, so there's no I don't feel like it's that. Like I said, it's been 3 totally different motors. Now we have a brand new carburetor. Put the new regulator on it, the new fuel pump this past week. Then at Sonoma, we put the new MSD, the new coil, and we thought it fixed it in qualifying, but then we went back out in the feature and it still done it. So, however, in the feature it was holding 7 pounds of fuel pressure, so I don't feel like it was a fuel issue, but we're going to go ahead and change the fuel line and fittings just to cover that. We feel like it's more electrical now. Possibly, I don't know. Maybe when I hit the wall at the end of the season last year, the issues have came since then. So possibly maybe hit the wall so hard that it may have jarred that battery, and maybe there's something inside it that's loose, or the high vibrations of the, I don't know. I got a load checker ordered to check the battery that's coming out of it, but regardless, we're putting a new battery in it because that battery is 4 years old. So I don't know. There's not much left we can change, but we are going to change what we can, and our plan is to be at Dixie Speedway this Saturday night with the top of series again. So we got a lot of work to do. Got a lot to get accomplished. Got a lot to check and check again. So we're gonna get in here and get started. Doc's gonna get started on tires. We got a lot to do with tires. I'm not sure what our plans are on tires this week just yet or not. So anyways, y'all stick around. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate everybody who's been giving suggestions and saying, hey, check this, hey, look at this. Just wanted to kind of give an update of what all we have done and what all we have checked or haven't checked, and go from there. So appreciate you guys watching. If you hadn't already, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, comment down below and share it, and we're gonna get in here and get to work.
Alright guys, so I've worked on some tires. Chris is working on electrical over here. He's getting everything finished up. He's trying to get new ignition switches and master disconnects and all of that in there. Meanwhile, Brad is working on some fuel line there, getting new fuel line ran all the way the length of the car. So that's where we're at right now. That's what we've done so far. You haven't replaced the battery yet, have you?
Yeah.
You don't replace the battery? Master disconnect and the battery is done. So he's working on ignition and fuel lines. Got to put water back in it, which is what this water over here is for. Because he cleaned the radiator out when he washed it yesterday. I believe that's what we've got right now. We're making good progress. I've got one more tire over here left to do, and then we'll see what else we got left. Well, I know we've got a lot, but we'll see what we got left after that. What's working on over here, babe?
Check this out. You can't ever get these all the way up tight, so you gotta use a little trick here.
Oh, so it's like a drive shaft.
Perfect.
So you're doing, or not a drive shaft, axle tube. You're getting it warm, and then you're getting that cold, so it slides on in there.
Yep. And it's all the way up in there. What?
Oh, Jesus. All right, we're going to cut the video off now. Things are getting a little weird.
What?
Alright guys, it looks like Chris got the ignition switch swapped out while I was working on tires. There it is, brand spanking new. He went through all of this and organized it a little bit better. So that's what we're dealing with. And checked all of it, made sure it was all tight. Brad's getting started on getting the body back on. Fuel line is done. I'll show you that. New fuel line up there. Alright, fuel line is done. Master disconnect back there is done. Slowly but surely. Brandon's working on motor stuff. Brad adjusted the carb the other day. We're having some minor abnormalities with that. Brad fixed that. Chris is giving Brandon a haircut. Brandon, Chris just cut your hair for you. Alright, so lots of different stuff going on right now. Like I said, Brad's working on body. We will be running this weekend at Dixie Speedway in Woodstock, Georgia. And then, let me look at the schedule real quick. Wartburg is the 3rd. That is on a Wednesday night. Of course, the night before 4th of July. I'm sure they'll have fireworks and all of that good stuff and have a fan zone and all of that. I know they'll be having a fan zone because Brad will be participating in that. Water balloon fights, driver versus fans, and a little fan zone. So if you guys want to meet Brad, want to come out and talk to him, he'll be in the fan zone. I believe 6:30-ish is when that will be beginning. And then, so that's the 3rd, Wartburg. Then we'll be racing at Smoky Mountain the 19th and 20th. So the 19th will be that rain out that we were there. It'll just, I think we're just going to start the way we all qualified, and only the cars that were there that night will be able to start. And then the 20th will be a topless race at Smoky Mountain. So that's all we have planned right now for the next couple of weeks. So the 29th, Dixie Speedway, Woodstock, Georgia. Wartburg Speedway, the 3rd, Wartburg, Tennessee. And then the 19th and 20th, Smoky Mountain Speedway in Maryville, Tennessee. So we will be off the 6th, the 13th, and the 27th. So we're going to lay low and relax a little bit because it's been a year, to say the least. If you guys have been following along with our videos, you know that we've struggled this year more than normal. Everybody has their little bit of struggles, but we've struggled every race. I think we may have had one finish. Everything else has been DNF. So we've just had all kinds of spitting and sputtering. It's been the same issue all year that we just cannot get out. So hopefully this is all going to fix it. Like I said, master disconnect, ignition switch, new fuel lines, new battery. We put a new radiator in a couple of weeks ago. So this car is pretty much going to be new, other than like drive shaft and all that, which drive shaft was new this year too. So we're freshened up and getting ready to go.
Yep.
Alright guys, so that's going to finish us up today. I ran away for just a little bit to go pick some corn. So I didn't do any videoing of the last little bit that the guys were doing, but Brad did get the whole body on. So she's ready to go. We got to put fenders and hood on, of course, but that's always the last thing we do. Huh? Alcohol? I don't see the alcohol, honey. But anyway, we're ready to go for the most part. We're still waiting on one thing to come in, and we'll get that on there and go from there. Yeah, we didn't know we needed it until today when Brad was working with fuel lines and we realized we needed it. So I texted Hunter and he's going to get it to us. But we appreciate all of you guys watching. Thanks to all of our partners: Warp Speed Performance Parts, Berry Apparel Co., Fatdaddys crew out of Lafayette, Indiana, Next Gen Services, Vinson Racing and Penske Shocks, Brinn Transmission, Gorsuch Performance, Allsouth Signs and Graphics, and BB Designs. Thanks to all of those guys that make every bit of this possible. Thanks to you guys for watching our videos, because I know there's 1,000 other things you could be doing, but you choose to watch our videos, and we appreciate that. Thanks to everybody that has reached out and offered words of advice on what they think that our problem could be, considering we've been having this problem for months now. But hopefully with us changing all the things that I've told you in this video, hopefully that fixes all those problems. We may go somewhere this week to practice just to check it out, but we will be at Dixie on Saturday. We hope to see you guys there. Woodstock, Georgia. We'll see you back soon.